Welcome back to another episode of Teacher Power Tools. Today we will continue working in Nearpod and discuss how to integrate our presentation into the classroom. Be sure to check out episodes 1 and 2 if you have not done so already. That will give you a foundation of knowledge to successfully execute the steps we're about to discuss. So once you've created your presentation with the content and activities we explored in the first 2 episodes, you have a few options to distribute it to your class. First, go to your Nearpod library. Upon logging into your Nearpod account, you will arrive at your library. Hover your mouse over the presentation you will be working with. You're going to see that 3 different options pop up. Option 1, also known as the traditional approach, is live participation. Live participation allows teachers to control the pace of the lesson while students participate on their devices. After selecting live participation, you will arrive at this screen. You have several options to give students access to the presentation. Students can head over to join.nearpod.com and key in the unique access code. There are also several other options to distribute the presentation to your students. They're listed below. However, the simplest strategy is to click on link, copy the link, and share it to your students in your learning management system or in the Zoom chat. After students click on the link and enter Nearpod, their names will appear down here. This is a great way to keep your students accountable and ensure they're on task with the lesson. When you're in live participation, you will be facilitating the slides. Therefore, when you change a slide, it will also change on the individual devices of your students. When you arrive at an activity, whether it's a poll, quiz, time to climb, or any of the activities we've talked about, they will show up on your screen and you'll be able to monitor the progress of your students, but more importantly, gather valuable data to inform instruction. A few more tips as you facilitate the presentation. You can go forward or backwards using these arrows at any time. You can also skip to a specific slide by going over here to the drop-down menu and selecting a slide of your choice. You can also go up here to open whiteboard. This will open on all of your students' individual devices, and you can draw something, write something. Maybe you want to make a specific point around a certain part of the topic. This is a great way to fill in the gaps or provide clarifying information during the presentation. You can also add an activity while the session is live. Just go up here to add activity, and there's a few different options that you can add. And these are great ways to check for understanding during the lesson. When you are ready to end the session, you can go up here to the drop-down menu next to the Nearpod logo and click End Session. Once you click Yes, this will end the session for all students that are logged into the Nearpod. If you want to go back and look at the data and review student responses, you can always go back here to Reports. You can click on the specific presentation, and it will provide valuable student data from the lesson. You can also hover over your presentation and click on Student Paste. The Student Paste option is ideal for homework and assignments outside of live class meetings. You can grant students access to the presentation the same way we did with live participation, direct them to join.nearpod.com, and provide them with the unique access code. Or, my favorite option, you can click on link down here, copy the link, and embed it in your learning management system or however you communicate with your students. Anytime you want to check your students' progress, just go over here to Student Paste, and you can either launch a new Student Paste lesson if it's another class you're assigning it to, but if there's an existing one that you want to monitor the progress, you just click on it and then go to View Progress. Once you get to View Progress, you can check student activity on each slide. Again, it will list the student name along with their responses. And I'm just going to go back to a slide with text on it. A nice thing about the Student Paste version is it has an immersive reader built in. So anything with text, if you click on the little icon next to the text and play it, it will actually read the words out loud for the students. And this is a great way to build fluency.
News headlines.
If you don't have time to make a formal presentation, but you want to use some of the tools in Nearpod, just go up here to Quick Launch. And there's 4 different types of activities that you can integrate on the fly. An open-ended question, a draw-it activity, a collaborate board, and even a timer if you want to facilitate a timed activity in your classroom. One final tip, there are hundreds of Nearpods already made and available to you from other educators across the globe. Just go over here to Nearpod Library. You can filter your search in the left-hand column or use a keyword to search for a specific lesson. You are now ready to bring the endless possibilities in Nearpod to your own classroom. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Teacher Power Tools.